What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cote's Cube, the only place on the web where there's a cube and a Cote. Anyway, what's up? I'm here with Pat Gudauskas. Gudauskas, Gudauskas.
Yes, that's exactly right.
I got it. Yeah. Well, this is actually a special cube because Pat actually ruined my fantasy team. Just kidding.
I've been doing that all year. Come on. I'm sorry, everyone.
No. Okay, so we've just wrapped up the Hurley Pro at Lowers. Pat Gudauskas was a favorite going into the event. A little bit of a shocker. Tell me, at your home break, how frothing you are going into it. And then, unfortunately, the waves didn't come to you. You bowed out. Yeah. I'm not calling you a loser. I would never, because in my book, you're like a winner and everything. But just tell me about leading up to the event, how psyched you were, and then it's like, oh shit, what happened?
Yeah, that's a downer psych for sure. I was pumped because I've been on the road since January. So, actually, I was home for the US Open, but came home and I was like, frothing as usual. Surfed a bit, felt really good, boards felt good, and then the waves were tough, but not really an excuse. I mean, I surf lowers from 1 foot to 6 feet, so had a tough heat with Freddie. Freddie's been like our Achilles heel, me, Tanner, and Dane. I think he's beaten us almost every time. So whenever I beat him, I was actually thinking, what am I going to say in the interview? But I didn't get an interview. I just got beat. So
you just went home afterward.
I had to walk home. I was like, oh, it's going to be a shitty walk.
You're still a winner in my book. You made the cut. There was that was a lot of people were stressing in New York before that. The cut thing was coming. We had the Bobby, episode, and then going into lowers, it was kind of like all this hype, and then the waves were just kind of okay, and then Julian in the semis, the interference. It was kind of like, how was for you, watching it from home like the rest of us? Overall event, always loved the Hurley Pro, don't get me wrong. But this year it was overcast and it just didn't seem to have that hype. What did you think?
Yeah, you lose the energy when it's overcast. You wake up and you're like, oh, man, I thought it was going to be a good day today. But, there was some good surfing went on. Julian, that shove he did was super sick. I was stoked on that. I heard there was some controversy. Parco was kind of snapping about it and whatever. And, it just kind of keeps everyone on their toes. It was definitely not firing lowers, but there was some good surfing. I don't know.
Yeah, the waves look super fun. And for me, hell yeah. Watching that event, the big stories, Slater and Adriano getting into it. Julian and Parco getting into it, of all people. That seems like a weird clash. But it was pretty rad. I mean, there was some heated exchanges. When you bow out, when you're done, you got 17th or 33rd, something. When you bow out, who do you start to root for? Who are your guys on the tour?
I was rooting for the Americans. I had Simpo, Damo, and TK that were still going. Kelly, of course, he's ripping. But then when those guys went down, it was kind of a bummer. I thought Simpo looked really good. I thought he should have beat Parco in the heat they surfed, but that's my personal opinion. I don't know. I was rooting for the boys, and then everyone went down, so it was kind of like, I was like, well, I'm going to need something else to cheer for here, but it's just.
Yeah, you know what? The young guy, okay. Anyone young. We actually had a reader comment on when you're looking out in the water, unfortunately, the microphones, while they do have those sometimes, you can't always hear what's happening, and it'd be rad to hear what you guys talk about in the water. The Hurley webcast did a great job of talking about Davo and kind of getting behind it. But when you're out in the heat, what is the general banter going on out there?
I'm always kind of just frothing, so I'm just talking smack to people, just like, what else tickets out here? What are you frothing? And they're normally not as frothy as I am, so it doesn't ever really end as good as I present it. But me and Freddie, we were out there, and in the beginning, I think Stanciel was just riddling us with some statistics, and so we were laughing about that. I was like, it's just kind of funny. And then at the end of it was more curse words from my part, and he was more celebratory words. So I was kind of like,
It kind of depends on how the heat's going, what the banter is. Well, lowers is done. You're looking forward to some events that you do very well in. You're headed over to Europe, where the women are topless and the wedges are rampable. We're talking France. You're going to go over to France and just baguette out for a month?
I will do that. Yes, with tons of pride. I can't wait.
What's for anyone who's never been? Just give me the real short, quick France in a nutshell. Why do you love it so much?
France is the best place on earth. Best food, best girls, best parties, best waves by a mile. Everyone's friendly. I love going there. I mean, it's there in Tahiti. Those are my two. So I can't wait to go back. Yeah, I'm pretty psyched.
We want to come with you. So, you know, I think the Hobgoods are kind of dealing with this same thing, a separation anxiety. You guys have been dealing with it a little bit longer. You're out on tour. Tanner is kind of wild card-ish. Yeah. Every once in a while. Dane is getting barreled everywhere in the world. So, like, you know, you guys have been together so long traveling. What's it like when it's like, oh, all the Gudangs are apart? Is it like Wonder Twins discombobulated?
It's weird. I find myself thinking a lot, which I normally don't do. I normally am like talking it out, like always talking with the boys and whoever. And so it's like I find I have like these really deep thoughts been going. So I'm just kind of cruising just in my own cloud of froth. And Tanner, hopefully he's getting on tour soon. He's surfing sick. I think he will. Dane is just completely baffling me. He's getting sick.
He's laughing at you guys. He's like, have fun on tour. I'm going to be getting barreled over here.
I'm always hitting him with texts. I'm like, oh, it's 10 feet. Perfect. Yeah, sick. Yeah, well, it's not breaking here, so. But, yeah, that's kind of baffling. But hopefully I'll tune into his program a couple more, and so Tanner, and, you know.
You guys will come full circle. Well, we're super excited to watch the rest of the tour. I mean, it seems like this year has been going on for a while because there's been so much drama, so much just ripping and ups and downs. And, you know, Lowers as a whole was a great event. You know, the guys were going off airs. I was like going flip. I was yelling at my screen, flip. So we're going to have to see one of your patented Pat flips. I just named him that. So that's my deal. So Pat flips in France. Please send us some awesome Instagrams. If you guys out there do Instagram, you should follow him. Can I give it? Is it private or public? Patrick Good.
Patrick Good, yeah.
Yeah, Patrick Gud. Yeah, follow his Instagrams. They're awesome. The website. You guys, are you ramping it up?
We're wrapping it up. Yeah.
No, ramping it.
Oh, ramping it. Yeah, no, we're ramping and rapping, you know.
What's the website?
The3tree.com, yeah.
You should probably know that, the3tree.com. Cote's Cube, Pat Gudauskas. We are going to have a good party tonight. We're going to sit in my office, me and Pat. We're going to watch the new Surprise Excitement Party from TransWorld. And this cube, of course, brought to you by New Era. And here, you get a free hat. Just wear it like that. That's cool. Yeah, that looks great. Cote's Cube. Gudangs. Out.